Over in Hillsdale this morning, a few cars have driven past on dry roadways, I might add, but that's going to be changing here tomorrow. There's a big system headed our way, and that's going to affect what it looks like outside, even if our temperatures are actually going to be roughly the same after it. We're starting out in the teens and even low 20s, like in St. John's and over towards Adrian. But these temperatures will bring in more snow, which we'll be tracking coming up as 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News This Morning.
Good morning, Mid-Michigan. It's Tuesday, February 11th. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Megan Maselli. Thank you so much for joining us.
6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories. 6 News is your local election headquarters, and we now have new polling results just released involving the race for Michigan governor and the Michigan U.S. Senate seat.
If the election for governor was held today between Republican Dick DeVos, Democrat Jocelyn Benson, and Independent Mike Duggan, there wouldn't be a clear winner.
That's right. In the new poll, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson got 31% of the vote. Republican Dick DeVos also got 31% of the vote, and Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan, who is running as an independent, got 23%. 15% were still undecided. Michigan U.S. Senator Gary Peters is not running for re-election, and so right now, many people are mulling over running for this position. But in this new poll, we're looking at a hypothetical race between Republican Mike Rogers and former Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg. And if the election were to happen today, 47% said they'd vote for Rogers. That's to 41% voting for Buttigieg. 12% were undecided or refused to say. The trial for a man accused of killing a Jackson woman in Lansing 4 years ago will now move out of Ingham County due to new evidence being revealed.
31-year-old Gabriel Dixon faces 7 felony charges related to the shooting death of 24-year-old Ariana Reed, which happened September 30th, 2022.
Now, we expected his case to unfold as a jury trial in Ingham County. However, our media partners at MLive now report newly revealed information shows Reed actually was killed in Jackson County. So now, because of this new evidence, the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office says a change of venue was filed and then sent to them. Dixon is being held in the Jackson County Jail without bond and is charged with murder as well as unlawful imprisonment and 3 counts of carrying a firearm in the commission of a felony. If convicted, he faces possible life in prison.
The defense for the woman accused of being behind the wheel during the deadly boat club crash last year in Monroe County made a final effort to suppress statements they say were involuntarily made while the defendant was being questioned at the scene. However, a judge ended up denying the motion. The ruling came down yesterday while Marcella Chittister appeared in court for a hearing. Prosecutors say she was drunk when she crashed into Swan Boat Club in Berlin Township last April. 2 children died and 15 others were hurt. Chittister now faces 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of operating while intoxicated causing death, and 4 counts of operating while intoxicated causing serious injury. Another hearing is set for February 21st, when the defense hopes to win a motion to keep the prosecution from using Chittister's blood alcohol test results.
The Trump administration continues to face new legal challenges this morning.
This includes a federal court granting a motion for a restraining order against a White House funding freeze requested by 23 attorneys general, including Michigan's Dana Nessel.
The Trump administration wanted to halt federal agency grants, loans, and financial assistance, including $3 trillion for critical state programs. But the court ordered the White House to immediately end its attempt to withhold this money. AG Nessel issued a statement in response, calling the funding freeze, quote, unprecedented, reckless, and illegal. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump is expected to welcome his first Arab leader to the White House since beginning his 2nd term, after he reiterated his proposed plan to move Palestinians out of Gaza. Naomi Ruckham has the latest.
Today, President Donald Trump will host Jordan's King Abdullah after doubling down on his proposal to take over Gaza and permanently relocate millions of Palestinians to neighboring countries, including Jordan.
Think of it as a real estate development for the future. It would be a beautiful piece of land.
Would the Palestinians have the right to return?
Spent. No, they wouldn't, because they're going to have much better housing.
The president has suggested he may cut off aid to countries that refuse to take in more Palestinians. All this comes as President Trump has also issued an ultimatum to Hamas, demanding the remaining Israeli hostages be released.
They ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday. And after that, I would say all hell is going to break out.
The threat followed the terror group's announcement that it would delay the next hostage release, accusing Israel of violating their ceasefire agreement. Israeli officials say their military is now on high alert. The Trump administration is also facing mounting legal pressure over Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency's plan to slash government spending. A federal employees union is suing to block the dismantling of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
This is the beginning of making America rich again.
Also, yesterday, President Trump said he's considering more tariffs after signing an executive order placing a 25% tariff on all aluminum and steel imports. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
The Capitol camera remains dry this morning, although it is a little chilly, just not as cold as it is to our west. We're seeing another lobe of Arctic air dipping down, and that's giving us a little bit of a boost when it comes to our system that's headed our way for tomorrow. As for our current temperatures, we're hovering in the teens, and when you look off towards our northwest, Minneapolis is at 7 below, Grand Forks 13 below, Great Falls, actual air temperature 23 below. With the wind chill, it feels like 47 below in Grand Forks, or Grand Falls rather. Great Falls, there we go. All of a sudden it looks not as bad here in mid-Michigan. We only feel like we're in the teens because we don't have much wind. Then you look at satellite and radar and you see there's a big system to our south, but there are a couple of snow showers that have escaped farther north. We could see a couple drift past here today, as we still have that chance for cloud cover for most of the day. Looks like there'll be thin clouds at least, so sunlight should be able to permeate through them. We only have a yellow paw there for Kiva and all the other pets thanks to the colder temperatures for the morning. By the afternoon, we're in the 20s. Should be a nice day to get out and about. And that's all before tomorrow's big system, which makes it so that you don't want to be outside once we get into the afternoon, because that's going to cause a mess on the roadways.
Yeah.
Regardless of even how much we get, it's going to be falling heavy at times, possibly around half an inch to an inch an hour. So visibility is going to accumulate quickly. I feel bad for the road crews.
Yeah. You're excited though.
Oh, so I am.
Yeah.
I'm containing it.
It's not freezing rain.
Oh, anything but that. That would be the worst.
Yeah.
Are you going to be this happy when you're driving through it?
Oh yeah. I put on like all the Christmas music. It doesn't matter what time of year.
I don't know if you know this, dude. She puts her head out the window when she drives.
I'm like a dog just, yeah. Really, that's me.
Coming up, former employees of a local restaurant now speaking out after they say their checks bounced repeatedly.